I always think about, like, if I did go to jail, how long it would take for me to become someone's bitch, right? When we get to brass tacks, if I walk into jail, big ass dudes in the jail cells, and they're like, "What's up, bitch? You about to meet me in a couple minutes." If I walked into jail and someone said that shit to me, oh my God, I would pull my pants down and just put my ass up against the fucking cage and say, "Just go now. Just get it over with. Just get it over with." Yo, how about a Christmas episode, cut? Yeah, dude. Oh, man, I'm so... Ho, ho, ho. Happy Hanukkah, dude. It's freaking Christmas time. Don't know what the hell any of that Hanukkah stuff means, but that's all right. I'm not Jewish. I'm actually not anything, if you think about it. And if I was religious, wow. This podcast would sure get me in a lot of trouble with whatever religion I was in. Yo, welcome to the Christmas episode, guys. It's episode 99, baby. Let's get into it, bro. I hope you guys got all your Christmas shopping done. I know that I am still in the process, and Christmas is just a couple days away. But in the meantime, it's your boy, all up in them cheeks, Joey, sipping on a freaking big-ass mug of tea, because there's nothing better. There's nothing better than sucking down a warm tea bag down my throat. You know what I'm talking about? Some of you ladies know what I'm talking about, bro. Sip time. Yo, that is tingly. And you know what? We're going to have to turn this music off because, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the San Francisco Bay Area's most absurd podcast. Now, obviously, if you've been coming around here for a while, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We play some crazy videos. People post themselves on the internet when they probably shouldn't. And that's okay, but it makes content for everyone. And I'm included. So, dude, I just had one of the biggest dinners I've had in weeks. And I might have to shit myself. I don't even know if that's going to happen, but it might happen. And I guess we're going to find out together. But welcome to another week. Let's dive right into it, baby. I'm ready to get turned up, and you better as well. And if you're not, turn it off. Come back when you are. All right, here we go, baby. Welcome to the show. Oh yeah, bro. All right, guys. Well, it looks like I'm 26 now. I'm basically a grandfather, so that's what that is. I had such a good weekend down in San Diego, and brother, I need to go back there frequently, dude. And I think it was just because I needed to get the hell out of the Bay Area, you know? Like, it's so funny the differences within city to city to city to city. Like, up here is so ridiculous, but then down there is just like, oh my God, I get tan, and then at night my nipples are extremely hard because it's really cold. But all in all, it was a solid trip. It was filled with a lot of laughs and a snap ton of cries. Why'd you cry in San Diego, Joe? I'll tell you why. I saw the new Spider-Man, and yeah, I for sure had a lot of tears coming out of my face. And my girl was sitting right next to me. Was I embarrassed? No, I wasn't. Why? Because I'm passionate about Spider-Man. Spider-Man, listen, Tom Holland, I love you, bro. I know you're listening to the podcast. I know you tune in every week. You always let me know through DM on Instagram. You did a good job in that movie. You did a good job. And I'm not going to give any spoilers. No spoilers, okay? But wow, I cried. I had happy tears and I had sad tears. And dude, if you're not a fan of Spider-Man, well, I just got to say, man. Yo, how about the people who just aren't into stuff, you know? How about those people? Hey, you ever seen Harry Potter? No, I haven't. You ever seen Star Wars? No, I haven't. That's like my girl, man. She hasn't seen any of that, so I gotta make her. I gotta sit her down and put a straitjacket on her, and then tie her up to my bed so she can't leave. BDSM, and then she just sits and watches it, and then I feed her snacks, hot Cheetos, Red Bull, whatever, water. Maybe water. I don't know. Kind of want her to just get parched. But no, I'm kidding. So but here's one thing. Here's one thing about your boy, okay? And I don't know if people are gonna get mad about this, but I just gotta come clean, dude. I gotta come clean. You know what I mean? And I don't usually do the clean part, but I come for sure. Now, I am one of those guys that hasn't watched Game of Thrones. Why? Well, you know, I've never been the Dungeons and Dragons type, okay? I never went like this while wearing glasses. You know, when you press them up with one finger, how they do it, and then they do the sniffle, and it's like fucking, yeah, Steve Urkel. No. Not me. Not you, boy. Also, never seen Lord of the Rings. Now, have I gotten chastised for saying that in public? Absolutely. But that was back then. Now you tell someone you haven't watched Games of Thrones, oh my God, dude, how have you not seen that, bro? It's like, well, you know, I do other shit. I don't know. Game of Thrones is just something that I'm just not into, and I don't want people to come at me sideways for that, okay? I just don't want it. Not during the Christmas spirit time, okay? Low key, I'm drinking a stress relief tea, is what it says on the box. And bro, when I drink this, I feel like I get more stressed out. I don't know what it is. Now, what is up, dude? So, it's Christmas time. It's Christmas time, baby. And I hope everyone is about to have another great year. Dude, the holiday seasons don't feel like the holiday seasons anymore. I don't know what it is. People just seem always negative, and I'm one of them. And that's fine. But you got to try and find the best in it. Now, what am I going to be doing on Christmas, dude? Let's see. I'm going to be on an airplane, which is so whack, but that's all right. Going to see my family out in Tejas. That's Texas in Spanish. And it's going to be a good time. And then I fly right back like a couple days later. So that's GAY, but we can't say the full word anymore. I got in trouble. I'm just kidding. I didn't get in trouble. And if you want to get me in trouble for it, good luck. So I am going to be going there. Dude, I have so much air travel, bro. Just went to San Diego, flew down there, about to go to Texas. Okay, gonna do that. And then literally the day after New Year's, I'm flying to Orlando. Oh my goodness. Now, we got to talk about my flights there and back from San Diego, okay? Now, my flights there were sick. I didn't come across anybody that was wearing open-toed shoes, which is always a plus. But where I really just got all fuzzy inside, when there was not a single baby on the goddamn plane. Holy shit. Merry Christmas, Joe. It was so nice. And I feel like all the last planes that I've been on within the past like year and a half, crying baby. And I'm totally okay with going to jail for doing something to that baby. You know what I mean? Like, what am I going to do? Fucking, you know? And that's all right, because it's my phobia. It literally is my phobia. And I had this conversation while I was in San Diego, and I forgot to look it up as to what triggers that phobia and what sends that signal to my brain to let me know that I am just extremely anxious now because I hear a child cry. And the last really bad time was when I was in Target trying to find some decorations. I went to Target, and then I'm in the decorating aisle, right, where they have all the decor for Christmas, and there were two babies just no, dude, I'm not even kidding. These two children were staring at each other, just trying to see who can cry the loudest, I think. Oh my God. I wanted to just be the third guy because basically I have the same build as a toddler. So I almost just wanted to go compete with them. And I put my fucking face right in between theirs and just fucking let it rip and just yell as loud as I could, dude. And yell so loud that they just stop because I beat them, you know? So I don't know. But I could have done that, but I didn't do that. And that was probably the best case scenario thing that I could have done to two crying children that were trying to just see who could be louder. And that there's nothing that makes me more mad than that, really. And that like totally just killed my Christmas vibe because I was like, I walk into Target, you know me, man, I go to Target for absolutely nothing. And I used to go to Scope the Scene, but I can't do that anymore. So now I go Scope for guys because your boy needs some friends. And then I go over to the Christmas decorations and I'm like, dude, I'm so ready to decorate my room and get in the jolly vibes. And then I got two fucking little shits just bombarding the whole portion of that store. So now I'm out of it. I'm just out, okay? Don't care to celebrate anymore. And it's funny how one of those little things can really just piss me off. And I think a couple episodes I went and said, you can't get upset about things you can't control. But here's the thing. I can control a toddler if I really wanted to. Now, do I really want to? Yes. Will I actually do it, though? No, because let's face it, I wouldn't last in jail for sure. I always think about, like, if I did go to jail, how long it would take for me to become someone's bitch, right? And when we get to brass tacks, if I walk into jail, you know, in the movie scenes when they're in their jumpsuit and then they're carrying like their blanket and their pillow and then they're walking past all the people in the cages, and then you got all the big ass dudes in the jail cells and they're like, "What's up, bitch? You about to meet me in a couple minutes." If I walked into jail and someone said that shit to me, oh my God, I would pull my pants down and just put my ass up against the fucking cage and say, "Just go now. Just get it over with. Just get it over with." Yo, how about a Christmas episode, cut? Yeah, dude. Oh, man, I'm so excited for my boy Jason to come on next episode, dude. It's going to be fucking sick, dude. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm going to have to do another readjustment of my room, the studio, the Juice Box studio. So, yeah. Oh, I need to talk about my flights again. Okay, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. I'm usually very irresponsible when it comes to a lot of stuff, meaning I'm very forgetful, and that's whatever. But we booked our trip to San Diego, my girl and I, a month ago, okay? I paid for the trip up front, and then she had, but here's the thing, I have no problem me paying for it, and then I just like, you handle all the business, right? Like the itinerary shit, that's all you. That's not me. I can't do it. I'm not the guy. I am not the guy to make sure we're on time for shit, especially on my birthday weekend. I'm not going to remember anything because I'm going to be extremely wasted. And did it take me 3 days to completely get rid of my hangover? Yes, it did, Joe. I'm 26 now. So, we make it to our flight to San Diego. Let me just be clear. We made both of our flights, but we go to San Diego and then we're there. Everything's all good. And then our flight, the day before we flew back, I said, "Hey, what time is our flight tomorrow? So I know how much I should turn up tonight." And realistically, regardless of the time, I was going to send it as equally hard as I would have anyways. So she goes, "All right, well, our flight out tomorrow leaves at 12:40. And I'm like, 12:40? Fuck yeah, bro. We can stay out until 5 a.m. And then later that day, I asked her again, "So what time are we leaving tomorrow?" She said 12:40. Do I got to tell you again? And I was like, all right, damn. So we go out Saturday night, which is my birthday, and we were supposed to fly back Sunday. Now, Saturday night, your boy kind of forgets that he's got an alcoholic limit and that I should probably stop drinking at a certain point of my intoxication. However, I just see that I'm at my limit and I'm like, "Hey, looks like we're going to keep going. Fuck the limit. That's going in the garbage. We're getting ripped." So I got absolutely shit-faced. And thanks to the bartender at this one bar that we went to, this guy was I love this guy. He followed me on Instagram. I followed him back on Instagram. We're basically best friends now. So anyways, we get absolutely turfed, bro. And I mean turfed. And if you don't know what turfed is, that is the cool version that I have created to say you are extremely drunk. Now, did I actually create that? I don't know that I actually created it, but someone in my friend group created it. I invented sheetrocked. So you can use all those terms to say that you're shit-faced. Now, we got drunk. Extremely drunk. We end up going back to my girl's friend's house and we're there forever, just continuing to get sheetrocked. So then we get back to our hotel room, I don't know, probably like fucking 4 or something. And all of a sudden, Sunday morning comes around. It's like 9:30 in the morning. I wake up in a panic to her saying, "Oh my God, our plane boards in an hour." Huh? You said 12:40. What, dude? What are you talking? I'm still absolutely drunk out of my shit, right? So I sit up just like, "Huh? What?" I sit there for a couple more seconds and I'm just like scratching my eyes trying to come back down to earth. And I'm just like, "Repeat what you said one more time." She said, "Our plane boards in an hour," which is way better than hearing our plane is leaving in an hour, okay? So I'm like, what the fuck? We had nothing packed. Our room was a shit show because, you know, when we walked into that room the night before, I said, let's get down to business. Right, dude. So, and then we had so much trash, so I probably got charged up the ass, right? And then somehow we fucking made it to the goddamn plane. I was impressed. Now, was my head in absolute shambles? Yeah, literally. It felt like someone put my head into a crock pot and then took a fucking sledgehammer and then hit my dick, and then another person did an uppercut with a baseball bat to my head, right? Just my whole body was aching. Oh my God. And then we met our plane, and yeah, that was cool, man. As soon as I sat in my chair, well, no, I stayed there for like 15 minutes, but I caked, and I bet you I was snoring like a motherfucker. Now, do I normally snore? No, but in situations like that, probably, because, I'm always at least somehow embarrassing myself. Oh, dude, what a weekend. And you know what? I got to talk about really quick, and then I'm going to get off of my birthday weekend because it was just all around great, except for this one fucking thing. Well, that scenario with the plane was kind of terrible, but this one was fucking worse. All right, so we were getting Ubers all weekend, right? Because we didn't rent a car. Why? Because renting cars is fucking expensive, dude. And I can legally rent a car. I mean, I was able to a year ago, but here we are. We Ubered from one place to Old Town, San Diego, and we had plans to go find like a really good restaurant, and which we did find one, and we found it on the internet. Half the places we went to, we found from TikTok, and it was fucking lit. But then we get our Uber to Old Town, and we already had this plan to go to this one restaurant. And then the Uber driver, I talked about this guy before, not the Uber driver, but just in general. Like, I've talked about this kind of guy. This guy, here's where we're going to go for lunch, right? And rather than just be like, oh, all right, cool, that place is fire. I don't know. But all the reviews we read, good. He goes, oh, dude, no, you don't want to go to that place, bro. You don't want to. He was total SoCal, bro. We were in a Tesla, right? He was probably wearing flip-flops. I didn't see it really. But, like highlighted fucking dark brown hair and shit, right? He goes, oh, man, you don't want to go there. You want to go to this one place that's just down the road a little bit further. You could walk there, but you get the scenery on the way there. Now, when you get there, you gotta like, he was trying to give us like pointers on what to eat and shit. But I'm not a guy that wants to eat what you want me to eat. I want to eat what I want to eat. So, I swear, I don't even remember what he wanted us to eat. But in retrospect, I probably should have listened to him because, man, oh man. We get there, we sit down, I order a burrito. I order a steak burrito. Hey, what normally comes inside a steak burrito? Let's see. Steak, cheese, rice, salsa, guac, and that's pretty much it, right? Hey, no bullshit. I got my fucking burrito. The only thing in this burrito was straight up steak and pico de gallo sauce. What, dude? Hey, have you ever eaten a chunk of pico de gallo? It tastes like fucking water because it's tomato and onions. It tastes like crunchy water. Oh my God. I cut open the burrito. It was a wet burrito, so I had to cut it, right? I'm not like fucking, I know I'm a gringo, but like, I cut open the burrito, right? And I'm like, what the hell? So I scoop it up, hoping that if the more I get into the burrito, there's like the rest of the shit, right? I forgot to add beans. Of course, beans. So I eat the burrito, and like the first bite literally tasted like I had taken the tortilla, the fucking steak, and just dumped it in a cup full of water and then shoved it in my mouth. I was pissed, dude. I was so mad. And then her food, I think, sucked dick too. And then guess what? Guess what? It was fucking hella expensive. We got 2 plates of food and a chips and salsa and 2 drinks. I'm in debt now. I'm getting stressed out, so I got to drink my fucking stress relief goddamn shit tea. Low key, this is fucking fire. If you want some really good tea, bro, you got to get the Yogi brand box. Get the stress relief or the sleep time. Get some honey. Put the honey in. Fucking stir it up. Put the tea bag in there. And boom. You know what I got to try, actually? I need to try that fucking thing that somebody, I saw it on somewhere on the internet. You take like a flavored thing and you dip your ball sack in it. Apparently you're supposed to taste it. Fuck, dude, I want to do that to my tea right now. Shit, that'd be sick, bro. That would be lit. So, anyways, guys, we have a thing to do on this episode. So that, anyways, all around, other than those two things. So like, literally, the flight thing and then the restaurant thing was probably actually 5% of that trip. So everything else, fucking outstanding. We had such a great time. The bars were really cool. Apparently we went to a bar and when we walked in, it smelled like throw up, but I always have had a shitty sense of smell. So I just didn't know I didn't smell that, but, we went in and then we walked right out. And, yeah, dude, it was just dope. It was dope. My girl's friend, she knew like the whole area. So it was just like one place to next place to next place to next place. And that was just like fucking lit. And most places, I'm pretty sure, if I remember, because I don't really remember much, we're playing some pretty good music. So anyways, all right. Now, let's get down to brass tacks here, okay? We're going to do a ranking of movies for Christmas time, okay? Christmas movie ranking. Now, we have, I asked you guys to send in your favorite Christmas movie. And then I'm going to do a fucking rank. And let's see how many I got. Okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so yeah, I probably should have done this. You know what? I'll be right back. I'm going to make this list so it's easier for me to read. BRB.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King.
All right. Stoked for Christmas music intermission, bro. How about that? Okay, guys, so we're doing a Christmas movie rank, all right? Now I'm going to read you all of the movies, and I'm going to delete some of them that I don't think should be on my top 5. Now, I'm only going to choose top 5. I have about like 10 or 12 or however many, but I'm going to read them all, so let's get started. Home Alone 1, Home Alone 2, the Jim Carrey version of The Grinch, banger. Friday After Next. Bro, it's such a slept-on classic, dude. And then we got Santa Claus with Tim Allen. Banger movie. Christmas with the Cranks. Just Friends. Die Hard. Easily a Christmas movie. Elf. Xmas Story. Christmas Story. Love Hard. Benihana Christmas, which is an Office episode. And Bad Santa. So however many movies that is. Now let's start with the process of elimination. All right. So now let's just get started with like the last movie that I want on this list. Okay. So let me count how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. So we got 13. Now we got to narrow it down to my top 5. Now you guys might be screaming at what I'm going to say about some of these movies. But guess what? I can't fucking hear you. And that's the beauty of having my own shit. Now, if you want to combat me on this shit, well, leave it in the comments. But at the same time, don't, because I'm not going to read them. All right. So the worst movie on this list, we don't got to go as far as to say the worst movie, but let's just say the very last movie that I would watch on this list. Okay. It's gonna have to be Christmas with the Cranks. I don't mind this movie, but at the same time, I've seen it and I just don't need to watch it again. I think what's her face that plays in Home Alone is in this movie, and it's funny. It's for sure a funny one, but like I've seen it once, don't need to really see it again. You know what I mean? Now, what do we got next? Second to last. Man, dude, I'm gonna have to say Just Friends. You know, like I like Ryan Reynolds, of course. I mentioned on the last episode, but people only like that movie because he's in it and they're freaking in love with him. And I used to be in love with him, but then I grew up a little bit, right? So now I started to like real manly men, dude. Manly men. Is it manly men or menly men? It's plural, manly men. Idris Elba. Freaking, who did I mention on the last week's episode? I don't know. Daniel Craig. Paul Walker. R.I.P. You know, like guys like that. You know, Hugh Jackman. Oh my God, get up on me, daddy. So, Christmas with the Cranks got to go very bottom, and then we have Just Friends, which is starring Ryan Reynolds. So, that movie is gonna go at the second to last. Okay. Now what is next, dude? All right, so now that leaves. Okay. So that's 13 and 12. Now let's go for the 11th place. 11th place. All right. So this movie is called Love Hard. Now, I'm not normally a rom-com kind of guy, right? I don't care about rom-com, romantic comedies. However, this movie took place during Christmas time, and it was honestly kind of a funny movie. It was like, you know, one of those like corny, you know, those fucking rom-coms are all corny, dude. They're all corny with like their little love scenes and the love story. And you know what's funny about this? I've seen so many movies in my day that I knew exactly what was going to happen. And we watched this because my girl wanted to watch it. And I was like, fuck it. I make you watch all my shit so we can watch one that you want to watch, okay? However, although this movie is going to be in 11th place, I actually did kind of like this movie, but this isn't a Christmas. I think this might be a Christmas rom-com and up-to-date classic in the future, but as of right now, I don't consider it a classic, but I would recommend watching this movie. It's like, am I about to say this, bro? It's kind of cute, man, you know, like, I don't know. Fuck. I swear I'm going to get into rom-coms, man. I probably. But it was a cool story. I'll give you like a brief update or like just a breakdown. It's about a guy. Dude. No, I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to say it because you find out kind of in the beginning, but it's kind of crucial to the movie. But it's cool. It's like, it's cute and it's fun. That's what it is. That's what it is. And that's why I think I like it, because it's cute and it's fun. And I'm usually watching like people getting their head chops off because I watch horror movies, right? So it was a nice change of pace. My favorite like group of movies is Final Destination. So like take that and then me watching Love Hard. You know, it's like two polar opposites. But I got to hand it to this movie. This is a Netflix movie too. So go watch it, bro, because it wasn't too bad, man. I can't lie. So that's going to go into 11th place, broda. All right, then let's see what we got next for 10th place, dude. All right. So, okay. So we still have Home Alone 1, Home Alone 2, The Grinch, Friday After Next, Santa Claus, Die Hard, Elf. And I'm trying to think of like what's the best way to go by ranking these all. But how I'm going to do it is by what movies resonated with me the most in terms of like making me actually laugh. Now, Just Friends, we can go back down really quick. Like, that was a good movie, but also like it kind of falls along the same lines as Love Hard, whereas it's also a romantic comedy. But I think Love Hard is newer. However, there's a scene in Love Hard that's really, really progressive. You guys know that song that they canceled, the Christmas song, Baby It's Cold Outside? Yeah. So there's a scene in that movie where like they they're about to sing it, but then they don't want to sing it. I don't know, whatever. It's fucking lame. I want to get comfortable. I can't get comfortable. Okay, so anyways. So we have 13th, 12th, and 11th place. Now, the 10th place that I believe should be there is going to be... I'm going to say... fuck. You know what? No, I'm going with my own gut because this is my list, and these are movies that I would watch. So I'm going to just, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to throw Santa Claus on 10th place. It's a good movie. It's definitely a classic, but it's a movie that I just recently watched again. And then I hadn't seen that movie for probably 15 years since I watched the Disney Channel. So I could go without watching that movie for another 15 years. If you feel what I'm picking, how does that? Oh, fuck. I fucked it up. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. Okay. So Santa Claus has got to go in 10th place. That's what it is, and that's what it has to be. Sorry, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Sorry, Tim Allen. I know you listen to the podcast too. Okay, so that's in 10th. Now we have 9th place. 9th place, dude, is going to have to be A Christmas Story for sure. And why, Joe? Why? Now, look. For the first 15 years of my life, I used to think that it wasn't Christmas unless you had A Christmas Story playing in the background over and over and over again. So I would spend time with my family on Christmas Eve because we're Mexican. We used to, dude, oh my God, I got to tell you guys something. If you don't know this about Mexicans, I don't even know if it's all Mexican families, but a lot of them, we used to do the traditional shit. And that was... We all get together on Christmas Eve and we eat tamales, which is not the bad part because that's great. It's best. So we would meet up with our families and we would all get together, blah, 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 eat dinner. And then we would have to wait until midnight, dude, to open our gifts. It was the most pointless thing ever, dude. Oh my God. And we stopped that tradition, which sucks that we stopped it as we got older because we were kids when we used to do that shit. You know, we were 5 to 7 having to stay up until midnight. Bro, we were just can I just open one? Can I just open one? Oh, dude, I remember it and it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. Dude, my balls are sweating now. It's really hot in my room. But throughout the night, we would always have A Christmas Story playing in the background. And then it would end, and then we'd see the credits, and then it would turn on again. It was on a 24-hour Christmas Story rerun throughout the day of Christmas. Oh, man. Or Christmas Eve. It was Christmas Eve, so we would do Christmas Eve and then Christmas Day. I think that was TBS, bro. Guys, you got to pick a new movie, okay? So, yeah, The Christmas Story has to go on 9th place, okay? And that's fine. You know why it's fine? Because it's my fucking list. I don't give a shit. So that one's that one. Okay. Now we got 8th place. Now we're getting to the end a little bit. So let's see. I'm between Friday After Next or Bad. Actually, you know what? Friday After Next probably got to low key be top 5. Dude, I think I'm going to pick Bad Santa. Billy Bob Thornton, I love you, and you were hilarious in that movie, and that movie made me laugh. Shout out to Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac was in that movie too. It is a classic, dude. That movie came out when I think I was in 6th grade. And even then, I thought it was hilarious. I didn't even really get the jokes because all the jokes are about I knew swear words, and swear words at the time when I was in 6th grade made me fucking die laughing. So that movie's good, but it's just not the movie for it's not a classic to me. That's a movie I also haven't seen in years, and I'm totally fine. I'm fine. And my top 5, don't get it twisted, bro. My top 5 are movies that I would watch not even during Christmas season. I'll watch this shit in June. You feel me? I don't care. So that's what I'm basing my criteria for my top 5 classic Christmas movies. Have to be. Oh, one movie that also didn't make this list was Polar Express. Why? Because that movie's creepy and it fucking sucked. So my criteria for my top 5 is, would I watch it in June? Okay. Did it make me genuinely laugh and memorize a line from the movie, if I really think about it? What else? Do I actually feel like the Christmas spirit is around when I'm about to watch it, even if it's in June? Yeah, if it's in June and I watch this movie, I already think it's Christmas just because that movie is so convincing that it's Christmas. And you know what? That's it. I don't need to explain myself, bro. How about that? So, all right. Now we're getting to the tough part, okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 left. Home Alone 1 and Home Alone 2. I am really torn between these two because I love them both so much, but I don't want 2 spots in my top 5 to be taken by Home Alone. So, and just to be clear, Die Hard is still on the list. Yeah, you know what I mean? Bro, people, this is a debate that I'm in a hill that I'm willing to die on. Die Hard is easily a Christmas movie, okay? So, if you don't know how or why, bro, well, you know what, dude? You don't even know what Christmas is, bro. It's about John McClane saving the world. All right. So, where it gets tricky is deciding if it's Home Alone 1 or Home Alone 2 that I got to take off the list, right? Home Alone 1 is the most classic and original Christmas movie. He gets stuck home by himself. He has to fight off the bad guys. Man, what a beast. And I love that movie too because I first watched it obviously when I was a kid, and I always looked up to Macaulay Culkin or Kevin McAllister when he took matters into his own fucking hands and he wasn't going to let nobody, Marv or Harry, get in the way of ruining his Christmas or burglarizing, whatever the fuck the word is, in his house before his family got back, okay? However, I forgot to say that. I looked up to Kevin McAllister because I always thought that if some reason my family left me at home on Christmas, that I would set up booby traps and not let them get into my house. So that's why I really like Home Alone 1. But Home Alone 2 is so much more fun because it's not in his house and it's throughout the city. And the storyline of him getting separated in the airport with his family, he goes to New York, they go to France, and then he has a shit ton of money and he just banks out on it, dude. Oh, what a baller move, man. And then he somehow, dude, he's so fucking smart, man. I know it's a character, but still, you know, like I bet you there are kids that are like that, dude, that would do some shit like that if they were put in that position. I for sure would not be that kid. I know I just said I looked up to him and I would have saved our house from burglars. No. I would have gone right to the police. Oh my God. You kidding me? I'd be crying. I'd be like, fucking, they really left me. Fuck. You know, I'd be freaking out. So Home Alone 2 though is one of my favorite movies of all time. And so is Home Alone 1, but Home Alone 2 just takes the cake for me, man. Roaming around through New York City by himself, goes to the toy store, and then he gives the fucking guy Duncan toys, the little dove that he gave him when he threw the rock at the window. Maybe that's not true, actually. He left him some money with the rock that he threw against the window. Whatever. Anyways, it's such a good movie. He makes friends with the homeless person. Wholesome as shit, right? Did I say I meant homeless person? I don't know if I said that, but whatever. Makes friends with a homeless person. Wholesome as shit. And then at the end when he goes to his uncle's fucking abandoned during construction house and just fucking lets Marv and Harry have it. The most classic scenes in that movie is when he throws the bricks off the roof, and then when Marv gets electrocuted, he fucking turns into a skeleton. Dude, oh my God, such a classic. So, bro, best believe and believe it or not, I'm putting Home Alone in the 7th place, dude. I just have to, man. I have to. It's just what I got to do, and I'm sorry. So I got to fix this list. Oh, here we go. Now, all right. So now we're at top 6, I think. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Top 6. All right. Now, what do we got? What is going to go into my sixth spot? We have Home Alone 2, The Grinch, Friday After Next, Die Hard, Elf, Benihana Christmas. Okay, to be completely honest, I know I said this movie was slept on, but it is a classic, and it does take place during Christmas time. It's Friday After Next. Oh my God, dude. This movie was just like the end of an era with the Friday movies. And Friday has such a, like, the original Friday has such a special place in my heart because I remember being a kid, I would watch that movie with some of my relatives, like my uncle and shit. And for even up to today, we say lines from that movie as if we just fucking watched it. Oh my God, it's so good, man. That's like a cultural classic right there. And, oh man, my favorite. How you doing, brother Craig? How you doing? Bernie Mac, R.I.P. So, Friday After Next takes place during Christmas time, and dude, it is just so funny. That's how I found like Cat Williams, who's the big ass dude, Terry, the big black dude that always does the titty dancing. Fuck, Terry Crews, that's his name. That was like the first appearance I've ever seen Terry Crews. So just introduced me to legends, you know. And Friday After Next is a movie that I'll watch in June and be like, dude, it's for sure Christmas right now, right? So is Home Alone. I can't believe I put Home Alone after Friday After Next. But, you know, whatever. It's all good. Whatever. All right, now we're going to get to my top 5. Okay. Home Alone 2, The Grinch, Die Hard, Elf, Benihana Christmas. All right, now just because I want to fly through these, because we got other shit to talk about, I want to just say that Benihana Christmas from The Office is the new Christmas story to my family. We will watch this episode, 30-minute episode, all day. We'll watch it all fucking day and laugh at everything however many times we watch it. Even though we just watched it. Dude, oh, it's the I even think I've said this on the last episode. Benihana Christmas is the most classic, and I know it's not a movie, but it's a classic, okay? After about like 15 years, I think you can consider it a classic. Because that movie came out, that episode came out in like 2005? I think it was season 3. 2004, 2005, I don't know, whatever. But banger. And it's so funny because they go to Benihana, they bring back the 2 waitresses, and then, bro, the fucking, oh, you could not get away with it these days. If you haven't seen it, you gotta go fucking see it. But Michael Scott and Andy Bernard, I think, they bring back 2 waitresses, okay? And then Michael gets so drunk that the girl he brings back, he has to mark her arm because he can't tell them apart from their face. Oh, dude. Because they're Asian. Oh my God. You could not make that scene these days, man. And then, oh dude, really quick side note. There was I think an interview where Steve Carell was talking about how they were thinking about doing a revamp of The Office and how they might do it, but also if they did, it wouldn't be too long because people can't take that kind of humor now, which is so dumb, but also kind of a hot take, dude. I don't think they should do a reboot. Dude, some things are better just left ended when they have ended. You know what I mean? Like The Office already ended at a time way past it should have. So I feel like the reboot isn't really necessary, okay? Like the show was fucking perfect. It was so funny. And people that say that they don't like The Office or they don't understand how it's funny, shut the fuck up, okay? No. You're hopping on a bandwagon and I'm not going to accept it, all right? But whatever. I know I talk shit about Game of Thrones, whatever. I'm not into that dragon shit. You know what I'm into? Fucking funny. And The Office is that. So, whatever. All right, so that's going to go in. Benihana Christmas is going to go on my sixth spot, okay? Wait, fifth spot. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll put it in the fifth spot because it's not really a movie. So, Home Alone 2, Grinch, Die Hard, Elf. All right, Die Hard is going in my fourth spot because although it's like a funny running joke that Die Hard is a Christmas movie because it takes place during Christmas time. And it's just such a badass movie. You get like a hint of Christmas, but then you get John McClane kicking people's asses, dude. Happy trails, Hans. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Dude, it's such a good movie. And people, dude, can you believe that people haven't seen that movie still? Like, there are still people out there who haven't seen Die Hard. Fucking figure it out, bro. Okay? I don't care if your parents won't let you. Just do it, okay? You don't have your own TV? You don't have your own laptop? Get Netflix. Fucking watch it, okay? It might not even be on Netflix, but whatever. So Die Hard goes in the fourth spot, all right? Now, I'm going to leave my top three exactly where they're already at right now, okay? So movie number 3 is going to be Elf. Elf has got to be one of my favorite performances by Will Ferrell, and he's been in some great movies. If I were to do another ranking for Will Ferrell movies, Elf would probably not be top 5, because I like his inappropriate movies more than I like Elf. So, Step Bros, fucking The Other Guys, and whatever, Talladega Nights, dude, come on. So many other bangers, but Elf is going to be third place because that movie legit will always have me laughing, okay? Like, I remember that movie came out also when I was, like, really young, and just, like, that humor just molded into me, and for now, like, everything is funny. I don't know. And it's just, like, a cute, fun movie. Like, the whole plot line is just, like, different, and it's so, like, weird and random that he is a human and then went to the North Pole and then came back down to New York. Whatever. We've all seen it. So I just like the storyline. I always like to pay attention to the storylines too. Like, I think I've talked about this too before, where I kind of focus on the writing of and the script and how they went about the movie. Sometimes I'll even go after the fact to figure out like little things that people don't know about movies and realize how different the original script was versus what was actually put out into the movie. Little shit like that's always interesting for me to find out. And half the shit that was the original dialogue and lines in the movie, it's so much better how they actually aired it, so I'm glad they did that. And then The Grinch for my second favorite is just, that movie I fell in love with immediately because Jim Carrey can never go wrong. And before I saw The Grinch, I remembered I was a really big fan of the movie The Mask. Bro, The Mask, I even just watched that movie a couple days ago. No bullshit. It's on HBO Max now. So I rewatched that movie, but I watched that movie before The Grinch came out. And that came out in like 2001, 2002. The Mask came out in the 90s. So I'd already seen that. And I was like, like the Jim Carrey fucking character, he's always just hilarious. So I don't know. When I saw that, and then I obviously, I'm like a little kid growing up. Obviously, The Grinch is bad, right? So when I saw the real life version of it, because it's only been cartoon up to that point. When I saw the real life version of it, I was like, bro, I'm like 5 years old. Like, bro, what the fuck? This Grinch movie's fire. I love Jim Carrey. Nah, it was just like, I don't know. It was different. And then because I was also a kid, and then he ends up loving Christmas, I was like, he loves Christmas. Yeah, I'm like crying and shit, bro. Oh my God. And then for first place is Home Alone 2, dude. That's it. Oh my God, dude. Wow. And making these lists are kind of hard too, because like there are after the top 5, it's like I don't want to make them that low on the list, but if we got to go with all these movies, then that's where they got to go. You know what I'm saying? Home Alone. Okay, so now we're going to go through them from 1 to 13. We'll do the opposite. So last place, Christmas with the Cranks. It's okay movie, but I can go 25 more years without seeing it. Okay, now we got Just Friends. I love Ryan Reynolds, but You know, sometimes it's not always about Ryan Reynolds. It's about, did it really make me buttery and have butterflies and jolly and fucking holiday spirity and all that stuff? No, it didn't. It was just a rom-com. Love Hard, same thing, but there were a little more aspects to Christmas in that movie, and it was a romantic comedy, and that's fine. It was cute and fun, so that's why that gets a higher place than Just Friends. Santa Claus, Tim Allen is a legend. He's a comedian, or he was a comedian. I used to love watching Home Improvement, so of course I was gonna like that movie, Santa Claus. But if you think about it, bro, Santa Claus is like, when I just rewatched this movie, I mean that I watched it a month ago, and just like the fucking special effects, dude. It's just, I can't watch it anymore. Like, you just can't. It's just so unbearably bad. When you compare it, obviously, you know, it's from back in the day, but it's just like, all right, there are movies that I would much rather watch now because of the special effects being upgraded and up to date. I don't need to watch this again, okay? So that is 10th place. Christmas Story. It is very much a classic. That's fine. But when you really get down to the storyline of that movie, it's a little boy who gets bullied, wants a pellet gun, is told that he's not going to get it because he's going to shoot his eye out, ends up getting it. What the fuck does he do? He shoots his eye out, and then that's literally it. That's it, dude. No magic, no fucking, you know, I don't know. Whatever. So that's number 9, Bad Santa. It's good. It's good. It's higher up above Bad Christmas Story because it's funny, and that's whatever. Home Alone for, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7th place, Home Alone. I'm honestly rethinking my choice, but it's done now. So Home Alone 7th place probably should have been 6th, you know? In my list should have been 6th. But that's just an all-time banger. But remember, I had to choose between 1 and 2, and Home Alone 2 is just my fucking favorite. Honestly, it literally is probably my favorite Christmas movie ever. And then we got Friday After Next. Friday After Next, I think probably, if I'm going to justify that movie being ahead of Home Alone, it's probably because I'm a grown-up now. I need some dirty jokes. I need some naked bitches. I need some swear words. And what better movie than Friday After Next? There's a scene where he fucking punches the grandma because the barbecue's so good. That's the blackest shit I ever seen, and it's hilarious, man. Oh, it's so good. And then we got a Benihana Christmas. Fucking hilarious, okay? Die Hard, I love action. I'm going to need some action, not just lovey, magic, Christmas shit, right? Elf, we all know. I just went through it. Grinch, just went through it. Home Alone 2, just all around classic, dude. And I'm not mad at that list, honestly. If I try to justify it as much as I can, and dude, I'm perfectly content. Home Alone 2, The Grinch, Elf, Die Hard, Benihana Christmas, bro, I could watch those anytime in the world. Anytime. And I'm stoked, dude. I'm stoked. Now that I said that, I got to set my calendar to watch all these in June. Because fuck it, right? I might even watch these on spring break, bro. I don't know. Whatever. But I also do want to point out the fact that, like, a lot of these movies, how I rank them, dude, there's such a difference between when I watched them as a kid versus watching them now, like as an adult. Because if you think about all the movies you watched as a kid, you probably caught like a few jokes. But then when you rewatch them as an adult, or like a couple years older into your teens or whatever, you see or like hear the jokes and you actually get them now because you're like a little bit more mature or whatever. And I think that's very critical in my decisions on these movies, because there were and I've seen all these movies since I've grown up and whatever. But bro, like that same shit goes with like Pixar movies. Like I remember seeing The Incredibles the first time and I was in like 4th grade, and then however many years later, Incredibles 2 comes out. So I got to re-jog my memory of Incredibles 1, and watching that older, bro, I was fucking dying laughing, dude. Miss so many jokes being a dumbass little kid, and you just laugh at like whatever you think is funny when you first see it. But all these movies, dude, especially like The Grinch, bro, that's why I love it. And that's why it's my second choice, because Jim Carrey, I always knew he was funny from when I first saw the movie, but then getting older and just like understanding where he's coming from is like, bro, I'm the Grinch, dude, you know? Just like angry and salty at everything because the holidays are low-key cap. But whatever, dude. So we are rounding the end, and there was one thing that I wanted to talk about that was submitted from Tristan, who listens to the podcast. What's up, Tristan? Happy freaking, Merry freaking, whatever, Christmas, Hanukkah, L'chaim. I don't know what you are, but cool, man. That's what's up. She wanted to know what my icks were. Icks. You know, is that what people say nowadays? Things that you don't like. So she was listening to the podcast, and she was listening to the part where I was saying how I wanted hair like Jason Momoa, but I can't have hair like that because then I got to do the hair wipe behind my ears, you know, when guys do that shit, it makes them look super flame. So she wanted to know, watching your podcast right now, you're talking about guys putting their hair behind their ears, really gave me an ick. And it made me think about a conversation I had with my roommates. We all get super icky vibes when a man crosses his legs, almost like he doesn't have a dick or something. So, she said, there's just another topic I wanted to throw at you. So the options that she gave me were, number one is when guys sit in the position of like, say you're sitting down and you have your legs crossed, but your knee is above your other knee, right? So that's the first option. The second option is when you're sitting and your ankle on whichever leg is up and that one's resting on your knee. So your legs are like a little more spread apart. And then the last one is crisscross applesauce. Whoa, haven't done that in years. All right, so let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about each sitting position, okay? Because I do a little bit of the first two. Now, this one, we'll start with the first one. When your legs are crossed and your knee is above your other knee, basically resting on your leg. Okay, now, with this position, dude, I don't have enough space, bro, surprisingly, and I'm fucking 5'7". So, when I sit like this is when I'm trying to act fucking sick. All right, so this weekend, right, I was dressed up. Man, was I looking average. So I'm sitting there, right, we're at dinner. I got my slacks on, right, and my button down. Now I can't sit with my ankle on my knee. I can't sit crisscross applesauce. You know what I mean? Because my legs are not the thickest, but my ass is fat. Now when I wear slacks, if I sit crisscross applesauce or my knee or my ankle over my knee, my fucking ass cheeks are going to rip open out of my pants. So I can't sit like that. So when I sit with my knee above my knee, okay, I'll have like a drink in my hand, bro, and I'll just be laid back, bro, like just like this. Take a sip of my drink with my pinky up, boom. And I feel like I just look like no one wants to fuck with me, right? And I know that's saying a lot because I'm short. But that's when I sit in that position. But sometimes, dude, I also am in positions kind of like now where I can't really get this leg to come up. Well, I guess I can right now. I'm doing it right now. But for guys, let's just say guys that are average height. Okay, what's average? I don't know. 6 foot, I guess. So a guy that's 6 foot, let's say you're on a plane. You know, let's say you're sitting in a plane and you're 6 feet tall, right? I will never know that feeling, but I can only imagine. You don't have that much leg room. So you can't sit like this I'm going to post a picture right here. But you can't sit like this. You just can't. As a 5'7" guy, I can't even sit like this. So that's when, you know, you want to cross your legs a little bit. You got to do the fucking knee over the knee, right? I want to make names for this. So people will be like, if you're sitting with knee over the knee, aren't you smashing your dick? I'm like, you think I got an elephant trunk? My shit's the size of a fucking jewel pod, brother. No, I'm not squishing shit. Dude, half of it, 3/4 of it is inside my body right now, and I'm sitting like it, and I've never been more comfortable in my entire life. But if I want to sit ankle over knee, right, this shit's comfy as hell, but you have to have the space for it. If you don't have the space for it, you can't do it. So that's where it gets complicated. Crisscross applesauce, I used to sit crisscross applesauce, but then I went into 4th grade. Never sat like that again. Also, nowadays, my hips are absolutely not aligned properly because your boy be doing some fucking and your boy be doing some squatting. So that just throws me off completely, okay? So we don't sit crisscross. And also, we don't sit crisscross applesauce because saying crisscross applesauce makes me feel G-A-Y. And I don't want to feel G-A-Y because I'm S-T-R-A-G-H-T. Oh, fuck, I misspelled it. S-T-R-A-I-G-H-T, right? I misspelled it. Does that mean that I'm G-A-Y? I don't know. But anyways, so knee over knee has got to be my second choice of seating position. Ankle over knee is like the fucking holy grail of seating positions for men, right? Knee over knee for girls, hella hot. Or you're wearing a skirt and some fucking whatever they're called, leggings or whatever. I don't know what you guys call them. You're wearing a skirt and sitting like that. Oh my God, I'm hard. Extremely. If I ever saw a girl sitting in the position of ankle resting on their knee, I'm going to assume you play rugby and you wear a strap on. Okay? I don't even think I'd be like wanting to talk to a girl that sits like that. I just feel threatened. You know what I mean? Like, dude, can you imagine a girl sitting like that? Oh my God, that's so masculine. And we don't like anything that has to do with masculinity if you're feminism or if you're a feminist. God damn it, I'm talking way too fast now. This shit gets me fired up because I'm actually excited about a lot of these, or about the first 2 of these seating positions. However, crisscross applesauce, no, dude. You can't sit like that anymore. The only time you can sit like that is if you're wearing a skirt and nothing under. Just kidding. That's sexist and inappropriate, and we don't do that on this podcast. Absolutely not. I'm just kidding. We definitely do. This is the San Francisco Bay Area's most absurd podcast, dude, and we got to keep it like that, bro. Okay? So my rankings for the seating positions are ankle resting on the knee. Knee over knee is second position. Crisscross applesauce, you can't sit like that if you're out of elementary school. If you sit like that, you get 0 bitches. And that's okay. And I know a lot of people would say, well, Joe, you don't get bitches. Or you didn't recently. And I was like, I know because I sit crisscross applesauce. But whatever, dude, okay? It's fine, dude, whatever. I'm getting in the holiday spirit, bro. When you go to your Christmas dinner, your family gatherings, whatever it is, do not sit crisscross applesauce unless it's at the kiddie table, all right? And I used to sit at the kiddie table until I turned fucking 17. Why? Because they were all the same size as me. Oh my God, I'm so mad. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been the entire episode. I hope everyone has a very safe and fun and happy Christmas, dude. I hope you get all of the presents that you wanted. Some of you guys want dildos. Some of you guys want vibrators. Some of you guys want the rubber cheeks and a fleshlight. Bro, I have all of them, so let me know which one you want. I'll send it to you, bro, and I won't even wash it. You get the real shit. No, I'm kidding. Guys, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great holiday, whatever you celebrate. And that's where we're signing off, baby. I love you guys. Boom, boom, boom. Next episode's going to be fun. Later.